We continue our conversation on spring cleaning your finances with President of DM Wealth Management, Peggy Doviak is here. Thanks for being here, Peggy.
Yes, thank you. Welcome
Glad to be here.
back. So Peggy, last time you were here, we discussed the first initial steps to spring cleaning. So we're going to review those real quick. Hopefully everybody's done them. First is find your accounts. Next, review your investments. Then we've got look at the big picture and then review your retirement needs. So hopefully everybody's done all that. Took your advice.
Right.
But then what's the next step?
Okay, the next step is dealing with financial planning kinds of things, not looking at your investments at all. So, you know, the first thing that we want to look at doing is just tracking your spending. How much money are you spending every month? Write it all down, no judgments, be honest. You know, figure out where the money's going. It makes it a lot easier to create a budget.
Yeah, that can get scary though, because I think all of a sudden people start to realize, what, I'm spending $100 on Starbucks a month, you know?
That's right, that's right.
But that's the point, right?
That's absolutely the point, because one of the things that can lead you to doing is having an easier way of saving, so that you're saving small amounts of money, rather than feeling like you have to save $100 or $200 every month. That's really overwhelming. If you go away from the designer coffee, you can save $3 a day. And if you save $3 a day for 5 years and you make 5% return, you can have over $6,000 at the end of that time.
Wow.
And that's real money.
Yeah, isn't
that's
it amazing?
Incredible.
It is.
And doing that probably makes people realize just all of that money that they're spending.
All of that money they're spending, little amounts, they really don't think it's coming to anything, but it does. It really adds up.
And what's great, at least you're aware of it, and then you can make the decision. Maybe you see how much you're spending on coffee for the sake of the example, and then you can decide, okay, I do want to spend that money because it's worth to get the Starbucks, or you decide it's not. So.
And then you find something else.
Yes.
Because you get to control it that way.
Okay, so we talked about saving the small amounts, and next is donate instead of sell. I love this one.
When you donate your charitable donations rather than having the garage sale, assuming that you're itemizing your deductions on your taxes, that's the key to making this work, you can make entirely more money by giving it away than you can by selling it. You know, you go to a garage sale and they have the clothing rack, and it doesn't matter how good the clothes are, nothing sells for more than $1 or $2 or maybe $5. But maybe you've got designer jeans and they cost $100 when you bought them and you never wore them. So you want to give them away. They're really probably worth about $70.
Bring them to me. I'll wear your designer jeans.
Well, that's a good question. When you go in, we donate to Goodwill all the time. Give them a bag of clothes.
Sure.
And then they give you a receipt and we write down what we think it's worth. How do you figure out what that pair of jeans is worth that costs $100?
You know, a lot of it's how worn is it. There's actually some guidelines that the IRS gives you, but it's kind of an honest assessment. A lot of times people donate things that still have the tags on them. So they're worth very close to what they originally cost. If it's not worth as much, then you have to value it accordingly.
Okay.
But once you do that, let's say you're in the 25% tax bracket, those $100 jeans, you're going to make $1. You can get $17.50 on your taxes back because you made the donation rather than just trying to sell it.
It's a win-win. Better than selling at a garage sale.
Absolutely.
And
The charities need it anyway. It's a great way to help out the population.
Yeah. Well, the next one is check your beneficiaries. What's
People
that mean?
get married. People have kids. People get divorced. And they forget there's a whole other side to your money, which is you have an IRA, you have a beneficiary. You have a 401k at your work, you have a beneficiary. You have a will. You're giving your things to someone, and unfortunately, once in a while, the will is read and it all goes to the ex-wife.
Oh, goodness.
And that does not work. You know, or kids are born and you forget to include them.
Okay, very interesting. Okay, next one, more ideas. Be careful of sales pitches. Sometimes people want to scam you, huh?
They do, and especially when you deal with debt consolidation services, there's a lot of people, they absolutely destroy your credit, saying that they're helping you with financial planning. Really do your homework, do your due diligence. There's organizations that can help, but a lot of it's just a scam. You know, talk to a certified financial planner, talk to consumer credit counseling services if you're in trouble. A really great free resource is available through the Dallas Federal Reserve, and it's on dallasfed.org under their publications tab on the website. It's called Building Wealth.
So how do we determine if something is legitimate or not, or credible?
Look at the Better Business Bureau. Really, if you're in trouble, contact Consumer Credit Counseling Services.
Okay.
Is the best thing to go and see a financial expert? Does that cost money for people if you want to just go and sit down for people who've never done it?
It depends on the financial expert.
does.
A lot of times people will give you an initial consultation for free.
Okay.
Figure out if it's a good fit. See if this is something that the financial advisor can help you with, if they're going to recommend that you go somewhere else, if it really isn't something that they can deal with.
Sounds
Great,
good.
thank
Well, we
you.
always like to use the disclaimer, and that's that this was
just educational,
not
that's right.
investment advice. But
That's
if they
right.
want some investment advice, they can, of course, contact you.
Absolutely. And
information
to my
on the screen.
website, www.dmwealth.com.
Awesome. Peggy, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Great
much. I
job as
appreciate it.
always. Time to toss back to the live stage. Here's another song from